Hey everybody, Real Estate Ninja here. Hope you're doing great. Got some stories or a story out of Florida. It's about home insurance and why this is going to get even better. The housing crash is here and Florida keeps getting plagued with things. Now, why it's so important to focus on other states outside of your own is because other states can influence your own real estate market. Very important to understand. And especially when we're talking about the catastrophe that's happening literally in Florida as we speak. And the home insurance sector right now is getting hit so hard because insurance companies just keep pulling out of Florida. The fewer home insurance companies there are, the harder it is to going to be able to insure it. Obviously, the more expensive it is, the more buyers pull out of the market, the more sellers panic, and you see the prices go down. But then what happens is, as banks are taking losses in real estate, and this takes some time to do, there is a rosy side to this, but as banks start taking losses, they start affecting other locations around the country. Now, with that being said, is this going to be the end all be all? Is the insurance industry forever changed and it's just doom and gloom in Florida? No, that's not true. The reason why is because at a certain price, other insurance companies step in. And then it takes a long time for competition to start rolling again and for insurance companies to lower their prices. So eventually prices do come down and insurance companies do fill the gaps of these big insurance companies that are leaving. But I just want people to understand that takes a long time. And once you see these cycles and you understand how it works, it gets you really pumped up and excited to be able to wait and then pounce later. And I'm going to be honest with you, Florida is one of the places that I want to buy a place. I am planning on buying a place right next to the ocean, or actually in one of those canals. I want to be able to just pull my boat right up, park, grab a sandwich, jump back in the boat, and be fishing within minutes. That is my goal. It has been a dream of mine for a very, very long time. Now, here's the title of the story. It's out of fortune.com. It says, "Trouble awaits Florida's housing market as the state just lost another home insurer." It says here, just in the last 18 months, 15 companies have stopped underwriting have stopped writing insurance businesses in Florida. Farmers Insurance is the latest home insurer to pull out of the Florida market, labeling the move as a business decision that was necessary to effectively manage risk exposure, per the company's statement provided to Fortune. Shortly after, AAA announced it reduced its presence in Florida. This week, AAA announced that it had made the difficult decision to not renew a very small percentage of higher exposure homeowners policies in Florida, according to the company's statement provided to Fortune, because of what it called a challenging insurance market. Unlike Farmers, which announced its decision earlier this month, AAA will continue to write new home policies in Florida, aside from those it's choosing not to renew. Now, let me stop there and say, I've said this before, and it is happening. Once a large company changes the way it does business in any location in the country, its competitors find out that information. They go, what do they know that we don't? And one of the immediate things other companies do, they start doing a risk assessment. They start taking on the additional information and going, okay, if they are our competitors and they're big, or they're bigger than us, right, are doing this, what do they know that we don't? And they start immediately, combing through data with a fine-tooth comb to be able to make sure that they're not missing something. And in the insurance business, you can see it's almost like a cascading effect, right? 18 months, 15 companies. That's almost a company per month that has been pulling out of the Florida real estate market. That's massive. And yes, they have hurricanes, but the honest truth, they've always had hurricanes, right? There's nothing new under the sun. It's like California and everything burns down every year. And all the acreage literally is almost the exact same year after year after year. Yeah, sure, this year is going to be the worst ever. It's going to be like the same. But insurance companies have fought through that until they hit a headwind. And that's what's happening right now. And one of the biggest headwinds in the insurance industry is the cost of repairs and then the availability of anybody to fix them. And insurance companies are finding all these roadblocks and they're going, man, we didn't sign up for this. When we insured a home and we were charging you per month to insure your home, that was based off of repairs costing X. Now it's X times 2. And so that's their headwind, inflation. All right. And you're going to see this across the sector in all kinds of places. Oh, by the way, I'll throw some 80% off coupon links for how to prepare for the real estate crash. I'll put that course link down below if you guys want to take a look at that. But these are great examples of easy steps that you can take to get ready for this next crash, but also how to identify where you are in this crash. Now, given that Farmers is not the first home insurer to stop offering coverage in Florida over the past year or so, things are looking challenging for its housing market, and particularly its homeowners that are already paying the highest insurance premiums in the nation, with an average premium of $6,000 per year versus the US average of $1,700. That is over 3 times. Like, that is absolutely, and I'm saying it's a grin. I'm sorry to everybody that's in Florida. It's horrible. But for an investor like me, I smell blood in the streets, and I'm waiting. And I'm telling you right now, this time next year, you are going to see so many. If you take a snapshot of Zillow, of your favorite town in Florida, take a snapshot of all the home prices as they pop up, and then go and literally do a comparison a year from now, you're going to be shocked at how much lower you're going to be able to buy a house. Now, the payment may be the same, right? Because elevated insurance costs and things like that. But what you did is you bought the asset at a cheaper dollar figure. And then when things do normalize, stabilize, they will, the cost of insurance will go down. The cost of a mortgage when you refi will go down. And that is where you want to be. You want to buy the asset as cheap as possible. And it's cheap because all of the costs associated with it are high. Then you wait for that panic, right, to fully bottom, and then you're refinancing as the rates go down. You're finding new insurance as the rates go down. You see what I'm saying? You also pay lower taxes. So it's actually pretty cool when you do that. Now it says here, and this is a quote from Mark Friedlander, Florida-based director of corporate communications for the Insurance Information Institute. Said that it's 42% higher, the cost for insurance, than a year prior. And he says just in the last 18 months, 15 companies have stopped writing business in Florida. 3 have voluntarily withdrawn, Farmers being the most recent. And 7 companies have been declared insolvent. Now, this is also something I said a long time ago on my channel, was that I believe that you're going to see a day where insurance companies get completely screwed. They go under. Very similar to what you saw with AIG, the big daddy of insurance companies, right? And that had to do with the mortgage-backed security fiasco. But I believe that you're going to see all types of insurance companies go under, and the federal government will first step in, start bailing them out, but then it'll overtake them, and it'll be just too big, and they're going to have to let some of these companies fail. I believe there'll be a triggering event, like a natural disaster, that causes this to happen, where a company's on life support and they go, you know what? This is the easiest way to punch out and hit the ejection button. And then you're going to see all the information, like a deluge of information, come out. But you see right here, you've already seen, what did he say? 7 companies declared insolvent. This is going to be, I think, in my opinion, a deluge of information that comes out within the next 12 months. Guys, I hope you got something out of this. Let me know what your dream home is and where it's going to be located. Guys, I'll put some of those 80% links down below to the real estate crash course. Hope you guys have a great day. Real Estate Ninja is out.